think we're live.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay.
All right, Amanda.
Welcome.
Welcome to BookShelved. I can't believe we're doing this.
I know. I'm super nervous, but I'm excited that we're finally here.
I know, you're like instantly red. I love it. Recording in front of our live studio audience. Welcome to BookShelved.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is BookShelved Podcast. And for everyone listening on Spotify, just so you're aware, we're also recording this for YouTube. So if you want to see these very red faces,
welcome.
You can head over there. We'll have everything linked for you to check out.
Yes,
Hello, Danielle.
Hello, Amanda.
So I guess we'll start with names.
Yes.
We've got like a little agenda we're going to stick to. This one's going to be short and sweet.
Yes, this is not going to be how we do most of our episodes. We're not going to go into a description of who we are and why we're the way we are.
Yeah.
I mean, it might get there.
Yeah, who knows?
Might get there.
Let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like our pilot episode, but I'll start. My name is Amanda Riley, and I'm joined here with
Danielle Provine.
So what you can expect on this podcast is we're going to be talking all things books.
Yes.
All sorts of different things about books.
Without having too many spoilers either.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin a bunch of books for you guys, but we're definitely going to talk about a lot of the popular books out there, some of the older ones, and then we will have a book of the month.
Yes. Yeah, so pretty much our format is going to be the beginning of the month. We want to introduce a book, and we want to invite everyone to read it with us. So then at the end of the month, we'll have an episode where there will be spoilers, and we'll ask different questions and such to be more like a book club, essentially. Yeah. And then we'll have a couple episodes in the middle of the month where we talk about a variety of things.
Yeah, and I don't know if I might have missed it. I probably did, but at the end of the month, it's going to be spoiler-filled.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Full spoilers. Full spoilers. And we might have an episode here or there. There'll be some spoilers because there's some books that I really want to talk about, and I feel like it's not going to be very easy to leave out the spoilers.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so a little bit about our tastes in reading, just so we can kind of talk about.
Very different, but like not different. Like
right.
It's like a very good Venn diagram. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. But I read a lot of fantasy. But I also read a lot of romance. But Danielle is more strictly.
We're opposite.
Romance.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love romance. I love smut. More smut.
Yeah.
The better. Consensual smut, though, is the best.
It's very important.
Yes. But I am getting into some fantasy books.
Yes.
Sarah J. Maas.
Yeah. So I finally got her to start reading some fantasy.
Yes.
And I started her off with one of the easiest fantasy books to read, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yes. And I have Fourth Wing on deck. Just so we're clear, I do plan on reading it too. That one, she's been pushing that one for a while. We just need to get her reading like the most hyped up fantasy novels right now, so she can just get them under her belt. Yes. But romance, I love a good romance.
Yes.
Yeah, my boyfriend is always making fun of me with my romance. The one time he like picked up one of my books, and of course it was like on such a smut scene. He was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
You know what's funny is in like some of the most popular fantasy books out there, the female main character loves smutty books, and it never fails. Her significant other or love interest will pick up the book, and it's a smut scene. So you literally live that scene.
Well, there's some books that are like it's just page after page of just sex.
Yeah. Yeah, I
love it though.
For you to read some of these books that I'm going to have you read, and I can't wait to hear about it. And you guys are going to hear about it too.
We're going to talk all about it, so don't you worry. We're hoping to have 4 episodes a month. So like we said, we'll have like the first episode of the month where we introduce the book, and that's not all that we're going to do either. Like that'll be a normal episode, but the last episode of the month will just be about that book. Yeah. So
we've got lots of themes. Let me get back over to our little notes here. But So, just some more fun things to throw into this
Yeah.
episode so it's not just like 5 minutes long.
Well, how did we meet? Let's talk about how we met.
Yeah, just so you can get to know us a little bit better.
Yeah. So we met on Halloween.
And it was wild. It was so
Was it
much
2021? Is that?
Yeah, because it was during
still
the pandemic.
pandemic time.
We had to wear masks while we were out.
Yes, I was Kim Possible.
Yeah, she was. Oh my gosh, this girl. We'll put some pictures up on the screen for YouTube,
maybe
and
we
then on
should
Instagram.
compile some of the videos from that night.
Yeah, how funny.
Yes, we'll let you guys see the wild side.
Yeah, we'll put up a post.
And you were.
I was like a clown.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very last minute that I was gonna go, and I was like, crap, I don't have a costume, and
The makeup was amazing, though.
Yeah, so I did a really cool clown makeup.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was the night that we met.
Yeah, and
but then we didn't hang out for like.
It was a long time.
Until last January, so like almost a year and a half. We like you had a baby during that time. I had no idea.
Yeah, that Halloween I was actually pregnant and I didn't know.
Oh my goodness!
I had no
Probably
idea.
Like what a couple,
week pregnant.
A week pregnant.
Yeah,
okay, wow.
Yeah. Nuts. I think I found out like a week or so. I found out really early that I was pregnant, so it was right after. So then I went on like a hiatus. So I didn't see people.
Yes,
so
and then we met again January of last year at a friend's birthday party.
Yeah.
Well, we were at the winery. It's like the first 2 days we hung out were like alcohol related, which is so not our friendship, even in the slightest.
No.
And then one of our friends was talking about how you guys went to the bookstore, and I immediately was like, why did you not invite me to that?
And I was like, wait, you read? You're one of me?
You're like, will you please follow me on my page? And I was like, yes, which Amanda Reads Free is the @ It's on our Instagram page, so go give her a follow. She has amazing things happening right now. Rebinding of books and all that good stuff.
Lots of fun stuff over there.
So that's how we met again, and then I think shortly after that we went on our first book date.
Yeah, and it just kind of blossomed from there.
Yeah, and then we just started like joking about a podcast, and
here we are. And we're both so giggly. We're like,
we are. We
started a podcast.
I know. Am I red too? Like, I feel pretty red. This is really exciting, and you're gonna have to bear with the first few episodes of us just getting the jitters out a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. But no, so tell them what your favorite author and book is.
Oh, I've been thinking about this question for a few days because I've been waiting for you to ask me that. Yeah. I would say my favorite book, without a doubt, is... I'm going to find it on here. Things We Never Got Over.
By Lucy Score.
This book.
For the YouTubers that can see this.
If you have not read this book, you need to read this book.
She loves it. She got me to read it too.
I pretty much was like, Amanda, when are you going to get this book?
And I was so hesitant to read it.
I'm pointing finger guns at her, Spotify listener.
And I was really hesitant to read it because it's so thick. All their books are so thick.
It is so thick.
That's why I've only read the first one.
Yes. I know, but you need to read the other ones because I think I read that book in 2.5 days. Yeah. I think what I loved about it the most is I had the most... Well, okay, there's another book that I feel the same way, but there was so much imagery that I had in my head. Like, I felt like I was watching a series of, like, a small town kind of just show. Like, a 1-season limited series show. Yeah. And I just felt like I was fully living it, and I love when a book can totally just put me in that scene.
Yeah. I feel like I get that a lot with small town, like, romance books.
Yes.
Because maybe it's because I'm from a small town.
Same. I think that's why. And I was like, do I want to go to a small town again? No. The answer is no. But Lucy Score made me think that I did.
Right. Yeah. It's just so easy to remember what it was like in a small town, I think.
But, like, glamorizing. Because I wouldn't say my small town was very glamorizing. No. Shout out Elmira, Oregon.
Love that.
And then my favorite author, I think I'm still trying to figure that out a little bit because I have yet to read the final book of that series. Yeah. Because I'm not ready for it to end. Mm-hmm. So I can't say if Lucy Score is my favorite author. For a long time, my favorite author was, can you guess who?
No.
Colleen Hoover.
Oh, gosh.
I know. So this is why this podcast is going to be so good, because my love for reading started with Colleen Hoover, and Amanda freaking hates her.
I don't hate her.
Despise her,
Just kidding. I'm not a fan of the books, and we won't go into it. We'll save that for another.
Yes,
episode.
we're gonna have a full episode diving into this because there's some books that I still want Amanda to read. Like Layla. For anyone that's read Layla, that's the other book that I think about that book often. It's about a ghost romance. It sounds hilarious. But it was really good. And I think about it kind of honestly all the time. Like just this setting of the home that this was placed in. I totally have just I think about it. And I just feel like that's a cabin that I want to go vacation to. But I don't know.
I will read it.
Emily Henry though might be my favorite author
currently.
Yes. I just think every book I've read of hers, which is all of her books, I'm never disappointed, and they're easy reads. I don't feel like I'm stumbling over the words, and that's kind of why I really loved Colleen Hoover, because I hated reading all of my life.
And her books are really easy to
really
digest
easy.
And get into.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's why
that.
a lot of people start with her. A, because it's popular and people who like reading will recommend those books, but they're really easy to read.
Really easy, which I've been reading some different books where I appreciate the challenge, but if I'm stumbling over a sentence because it doesn't flow nicely, then I'm not interested.
Right.
And that'll change, but I needed that to get into it.
Yeah, one thing, Danielle is kind of new to this heavy reading style where you're consuming books on a regular basis.
Yeah, because they kind of take over my life a little bit.
And you have the time to sit down and really binge because her boyfriend's a gamer.
Yes,
so
yes. It's kind of the perfect situation where, if he has any reason to play games longer, he will. So I'm here's a book. The new book I just got, the second of the... Do people say ACOTAR?
Yeah.
Okay, so the second book of ACOTAR, I just got it, and it's 630 pages. So I need to start that one, and he's going to be very happy about that.
Right. Perfect.
So tell me about your favorite book, favorite author. That's going to be hard. I feel like I kind of know.
I've got a couple favorite authors that are really high up there. I could give you the basic answer, that everyone says.
Magnolia Park?
No. Sarah J. Maas is the favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, because I love Sarah J. Maas. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see my bookshelves, and I have a whole corner shelf dedicated to SJM books.
I know, kind of hiding.
There's some other
ones
on there because I don't have space, but
they'll be here soon.
But yeah, my favorite book of all time, favorite series is Magnolia Parks, and I am just all about it. And Jessa Hastings, she just came out with the 5th book last week, last week.
Fun fact, last week, Amanda texted me and said that she cannot start a podcast with me because I have not read Magnolia Park.
Yeah, I was I cannot be on a podcast with someone who hasn't read it.
It is on the TBR. I feel like I was going to order it right away, but even you were you can't read anything
you gotta
until you finish the series.
Yeah, you gotta finish that, and don't be like me and be in the middle of 50 series. But
I know, how do you do that? How do you compartmentalize?
It's a problem. It's my goal is to finish more of the series that I've been reading this year. That's part of my goal, but
it's a good goal.
Magnolia Parks.
Okay.
Hands down, amazing. Like I said, she just came out with the 5th book, and I have 10% of it left, and it is
also
so good.
I mentioned Amanda's book binding, which you will hear more about that and see more on her Instagram. But Jessa Hastings actually reached out to Amanda and shared the book bindings.
So I posted on my Instagram, and she reshared it to hers, and
it's a big freaking deal.
I know, I'm so excited. I was fangirling so hard, and then I was
fangirling for you. I was I know her.
And I was I would love to send these to you, and she definitely wants a set of them, so I'm hoping that I can get them sent out to her soon.
That's a very big deal.
Yeah. I was going to send her just the first 2, but I'm finishing the rest of the series here soon, and I'm I should send her the whole set and not tell her.
Oh my god.
She'll just get all the books.
Yes, I love that.
I love that. Yeah, so I would say that's my favorite series right now. Favorite author would, be Sarah J. Maas, Jessa Hastings, and I'm a huge Taylor Jenkins Reid fan, too.
Yes, I've only read Daisy Jones and the 6 of hers, but Malibu Rising and The 7 Husbands, for people watching, I'm like looking because I can't remember all the books right now,
Yeah.
so I'm like looking on the shelves. That's what I'm staring back here for.
Yeah, I have a shelf with lots of
Yeah,
her
so
books
The
on.
Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Mm-hmm.
That one I keep seeing on my page,
Yeah.
and
I
I
didn't
have
know you haven't read
No,
it.
I haven't.
Oh,
I need to.
girl.
I need to. It's definitely.
It's a good one.
I have like a 1,000 long TBR list.
You need to come book shopping on my bookshelves because
Yes.
I have so many good
Yes,
ones.
I do need to. It's an
Yeah.
amazing bookshelf. And we'll do some deep dives a little bit into the bookshelf on
Yeah,
an episode. I
that'd be
feel like
fun.
to see what's going on. Okay, so my question to you, because I know that you haven't always been a big reader. I know that it's kind of newish for you as well. Not as new as me though. So tell me what got you into reading.
Yeah, so I read a lot when I was younger, like Harry Potter and like in high school reading all those, and then I was really into this author named V.C. Andrews, and she wrote this book called Flowers in the Attic, and it's a big long series, and I was really into that, but then I just stopped reading for a long time, years, and then the pandemic happened, and I think it might have been maybe the year of the pandemic or before, but Bridgerton came out, the TV show.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
I watched the first season in like a day.
I think that was during the pandemic.
Gosh,
yes.
I binged it. And then I was like, I need more of this. And
Is the book smuttier than the show?
Oh my god.
Because the show was like
Wild.
pretty much a porn.
Like, just sweating, like freaking red constantly. They're so good. But I read almost the entire Bridgerton series in like a month. I read them so fast. I couldn't stop.
God. How many books are in that series?
8 or 9. I only have one left.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's like On the Way to the Wedding or something is the
Okay.
last one. I have to read that one. But I read all those, and by then, reading that many books, I was like, I want to keep reading.
It's a good flow. Like, you feel good when you're, like, it's accomplishing something.
Yeah, plus
you
the
know?
pandemic, I mean, we're all stuck at home
What
anyways.
else you doing? And that was prior to Baby Leo, also.
So I just had time.
Yeah.
And, I think at the time I had like 10 books, and that was 2020 or something like that. And if you're watching, you can see my shelves right now. That's a lot of books.
Way more than 10 books.
3 years? Oh my gosh, yeah. But I haven't looked back, and it's been really awesome because I haven't stuck with something like this in ages. This is the first thing to like really stick for me, and
I totally resonate with that and agree with you, because I'm always like, I want a hobby, and I can never find like a hobby that sticks. Like I'll even like any sort of routine, I'll try it, and then after a few days I'm like, it sucks.
Yeah.
But I've been reading, I feel like probably sometime in 2022, like probably the first, I don't know, halfway through 2022 or like a little bit before that, like halfway
that kind
mark.
of makes sense.
Yeah, and I started, that's when because when I met you again last January, I had quite a few books under my belt at that point.
We went out for tacos. Was that our first like book date, and we brought books? Yeah, because you had things we never got over, and I had Once Upon a Broken Heart.
I think you're right.
And that was around that time.
Yeah.
And we brought books to a taco place.
Yeah. Yeah, and tacos and books.
Yeah.
Yes, and then we went to a brewery also.
Yeah.
There's a brewery in town, shout out Steelhead. They have these
big back chairs. Like tall chairs.
Like you feel like a queen.
I know.
And then they're just so big, and you just can kind of like hide in there and eat your fries and a burger. Yeah. And they have really good root beer.
And they leave you alone. I always go to Steelhead to read.
Yeah.
When I need to get away from the house for a little while, I always go there. And
it's a nice place for it. Yeah, it's good because like I feel like the conventional place is going to a coffee shop.
Right. And I'll do that sometimes. But
yeah, I work in a coffee shop.
Yeah,
so I'm like, and it's like the best one in town in my opinion. So I don't really like going elsewhere to read my book.
Right.
There's a few other, but yeah.
Anyways, so let's I guess we can wrap this one up so it's not too long.
Yeah.
And we don't talk about everything right away.
Yes.
But
I always have a lot to say.
I know.
So
we could continue talking.
We can talk forever.
Yeah, this is good. We're having a good time.
Yes, we are having a good time. I'm still a little nervous, so that's okay.
No, you're doing great.
Yeah, it'll be good.
But no, so let's just round it out by giving them a little clearer picture of what to expect. I know we talked a little bit about it in the beginning.
But let's give structure.
Now that our jitters are gone,
yes.
maybe we'll make more sense.
Yeah. You want to take this one?
Yeah, so this is the pilot episode. First episode will be going up, and we're going to announce what the book of the month is. Mm-hmm. And then we're just going to have a regular episode, that first one. And then...
we'll have different categories. So, like, it'll be somewhat of the same structure every episode, but it's not going to be, like, scripted. And then this, and then that.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to be able to have a nice flow of conversation. But then at the end of the month, like we said, it's going to be basically a book club chat. We're going to talk about spoilers. We're going to really deep dive into the book that we chose for that month, so you can join along. And
we're really going to hope that you guys read along with us, because we're not just choosing any random book. Like, we want a book that's relevant, probably a book that you've heard of. Probably try different genres out a little bit too. Somewhat, I don't know, we'll see. We're pretty into our romance and fantasy, but...
Yeah. And sorry, I had to get up and make sure that was still recording. But yeah, that's kind of it. And then...
Can you tell this is our first time?
It's our first time.
We're killing it.
But yeah, every episode after that, we want to have like little themes to it. So at least every episode you come in and you're like, I wonder what they're going to talk about with this time, because we want some cohesiveness. But we're really excited. It's going to be really fun.
It's going to be really good.
And like we said, we won't be so nervous.
Yeah. Just join a couple of book besties if you want to dive into books a little bit more. We're here for you.
Yeah. So make sure you go follow our Instagram page. I will link it for you. Like I said, we're going to be on Spotify and YouTube for the time being. We might be on iTunes. We haven't decided where exactly.
We want to be everywhere all at once.
Definitely want to be everywhere, but those two for sure right now.
Yeah, those two for sure. YouTube, come to YouTube if you want to see us.
Yeah.
We're cute, okay?
And it's, heads up, it is my old YouTube channel. We're just going to turn it into this YouTube, so there's some old book videos on there. But yeah, we already have some besties on there, so... Let's add some
Welcome,
more.
Besties.
Yeah. But thank you guys for watching.
Yes,
and
thank
listening
you.
in. And we're excited to keep this going. And
this is going to be fun.
Yeah. Leave us some comments. Say hello.
And if you guys ever have suggestions or like book suggestions, like let us know. Worst case, we don't do it right away. But we're open to it all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we will see you guys
Signing
in our
out.
next one. Bye. Bye. Signing out. I love it.
God.
Oh, that is fantastic.